Marilyn channeling, December 15th, 2012.
Non vobis Sancta Maria.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, and power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
We surround
ourselves with the holy divine, white Christ light of the great white brotherhood, and ask that none shall manifest unto us, except that of the highest, the truest, and the best.
In the name of Jesus Christ,
And all the ascended masters.
and all the ascended masters. Amen.
Selah,
Selah,
Selah, Selarium, Selarium, Selarium. Pax, Pax Vobiscum. There is the light of God on the path. So let it be.
Well, everybody, I'm so glad to see everyone here today.
Hi, Martha.
Welcome and happy holidays to you all. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Martha. I'm the sister of Lazarus, and I'd like to meet you newcomers. So on my right, who is here today?
This is Paulette. We met before.
Oh, Paulette, you were at Healing.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad you came again. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, too.
And our next lady.
I am Sue.
Hi, Sue. Welcome, and we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
And I know you came a long way, and we appreciate your efforts.
Thank you.
And Mac, thank you for all your help again. You really helped me put this thing together.
I'm glad to do it, Martha.
And we're glad you're here. And Jeannie, how are you today?
I'm good, Martha. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you all for waiting.
Oh, well, those things can happen, you know. And if you realize that time is disappearing, it's all right now.
Yes.
So you're right on time.
Thank you, Martha.
And Darcy, so welcoming you back.
Yes, I'm very glad to be here, Martha.
Well, I hope things are going well for you.
Oh, I think they're moving along.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I can tell you're just growing right along with it.
Thank you.
And Arnold, how are you today?
Fantastic. Thank you, Martha.
Well, you're so welcome, and we want to thank you for all the help. Arnold's helping to transcribe these channelings so they can go into a book, and we really do appreciate that.
It's an honor and a pleasure, Martha.
Thank you, Arnold. Well, it looks like Jesus is ready, and he has, after he talks, he's going to let Archangel Ariel do his little exercise, and then we'll have each person come up and talk individually, quietly, and the rest of you can interfere with conversation while we're doing our little thing up here in this part of the room. So you can have a quiet little talk if you choose while we're having our own private discussion up here. So we just know that everybody's here now and we can have a jolly time. Okay, here I'm leaving and it'll just be a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you, Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Good afternoon.
I am so pleased everyone is here. And I know that they have some new people today, and since Martha introduced herself, I was here also, and I would like to greet our newcomers and tell you how glad and pleased we're here you are today with us. And that these channelings go on every month, and you are welcome anytime. Usually you'll find John the Divine or Saint Germain possibly, or Archangel Michael even giving the messages, but today I have decided I would like to come in and give you some messages. And I would just like to let everybody know how happy I am with all of your progress and telling you that you are right on time. Things are changing, as you know, in the universe and in the cosmos, even in the galaxy. Things are happening very quickly now. And now that the new energy has come in for the 12-12-12, you will be feeling different little, you might call miracles, happening each day as more light is coming onto Earth than has ever before. In fact, we hit the shifting time where your work is well being manifested for the whole planet and your own individual growth. That more light is on the earth today than darkness. This is the celebration of 2012. That we are now on the other side where the Christ Spirit can finally be more integrated into who you are. And when Elvis sang his song about, wouldn't it be nice if every day were Christmas? Well, every day is Christ's birth. And now that can be awakened into all of humanity, and it will be integrated gradually. There has been discussions as if people will automatically just jump into the higher consciousness of the Christ consciousness, or if it will be a gradual happening. And I would like to reassure you that it's not going to be a big drastic jolt, but you will awaken to seeing things through different eyes. You will see more vibrational consciousness in more definitive ways than you have before, because as the veil is lifting and the light is dispersing the darkness and the fears are being dissipated because of the extra light that we finally have been able to achieve. Thank you to all you light workers. Now those things are changing, and you are going to be experiencing and manifesting those little things that were just barely hidden but now can be in the light of God for your experience. Those things that were there waiting for you. All your abundance and prosperity has always been your birthright. All the wonderful things of joy and feeling the bliss of life has always been there and part of who you are. And as you were born in this planet, the Christ Spirit was born with you. And as you've grown spiritually, it has grown and grown within until now it can finally shine in a way that it has never shined before. And your spirit of raising your energy out of the darkness has been a wonderful, wonderful blessing to the rest of those on planet Earth, so that Mother Gaia could raise her energy and that the other people can awaken through you being the pathfinders, the pioneers, the whatever way you want to call yourself, way showers or light workers, seed stars that some people express it as. There are many and numerous ways people have been helping to bring this joyous and celebrating this magnificent time to Earth. And we want to let you all know how grateful in the heavens we are for all the hard work you have accomplished to bring this about. So as you will better understand yourself, as you become more and more your true nature of the Christ consciousness within, and as this becomes more integrated into your learning and your experience and your life on Earth, you will be such pillars of light for those still awakening. There are many people who still need to awaken and are not really on the path as far as understanding some of the things that the people in this room as you do today. So you will be their teachers. You will be the people that help guide those that are coming along behind you. And you will be examples of love in action. And that's what this is all about. As your loving life becomes more ingrained and based into your being, and your heart opens up more and more for letting that allow and happen, you will be noticed by those around you. You will become an attraction, a magnet to those still wanting to grow and learn. And I want to give you this wonderful encouragement to not be shy. If you attract people and they say, whatever you have, I would like to have too, and be a friend to them and let them learn from you and let them be in the places that you're going and be part of your company so that they can also grow in learning from your interchange. This is the most important way a person can grow. Some of you have known that the Bible left out many of my years of my life, and it was because part of what I was doing in my traveling was doing just that. I was helping individuals one-on-one to grow and learn from the principles of life that they had not been accustomed to because of they had different religious backgrounds. And so as I traveled into the Far East and the countries where the religious information was not the same as where I came from, and I was able to grow and learn in that expertise of understanding and share that with others, and I did it one-on-one. That is a very powerful way to bring the word to others. You do not have to have a room full of people. You do not have to have be a famous writer or be on television. So often that comes from the ego. But just sharing from your heart, one-on-one, is the most powerful way you can spread and share your spirit of love and forgiveness, compassion, and understanding, that those are open to it. And you will know them by the way they are so connected to your heart. Immediately it's like you have known them for years, and yet they're very eager to learn. And yes, you are all connected as one. And that's what we're coming into. And that's not only coming into our lives on the planet, but the heavens are coming into oneness. They are lining up so that at 12:21 that alignment will take place. And not only will you have your personal alignment with the source, but the planet and the universe and the galaxies and the cosmos are lining up. The energy is coming into oneness. And as we all come into oneness, then we will know each other as brothers and sisters. And I want to extend a hand to you now. So many people, because of religious backgrounds, have been taught to look up to me like I'm on a pedestal. And I want to reassure you that's just because there were various influences to promote that kind of thinking. However, with the 12-12-12 change of energy that has now occurred, I want you to forget any thoughts that might bring you to think that I am on a different plane than you are. And I am extending my hand, and I'd like to see all of you step up onto the plane of higher consciousness, higher Christ consciousness with me. We are all on that spiritual connected plane. However, some influences have not necessarily condoned or supported that concept. It's an old belief that you can release. Is no longer valid or sustains where you're going in your spiritual journey. We are going and growing at different individual paces, but we are all one in spirit, and I want you to join me on the highway of spiritual growing and development as we move further and further into that oneness. And that's which is now the fourth dimension of which you have now entered. And as you continue to expand your energy and your spiritual love for yourself and others, as you grow in practicing this in your lives, as that will take time for people who are seeing your example to follow along with you. And as some people have tried to set a date on when the fifth dimension actually will manifest as we become totally Christ conscious in oneness, we are on that, so close to coming to that awareness and experience. And it is truly up to you how soon and often you would like to release any resistance to moving closer and closer into the oneness. There have been times and dates channeled through this channel and other channels of when that time will happen. Because of the past resistance of the dark hats. It has taken longer, so the old dates are not necessarily accurate, and we do not like to give dates. But in the next close to 18, 20 years, if you are being those leaders and guidance helpers to those around you, enough of us are going to be in that fifth dimension. And as that happens, you are going to experience greater and greater joy in your life as those around you are growing around you too. And to do that, you need to release all resistance or lower, darker energy that has been residing in your system. Many of you have been working on that for quite some time, so I'm talking to the choir. But I just like to reassure you that if there's some unfinished business in your past, it is time to complete it, so you are current. It's very important to stay in the now, and Archangel Ariel wants to help you do that with a little exercise in a short few moments. I would like you to know that it is possible to open up your heart chakra completely, and so many people have been through the past indoctrinations led to believe that you don't deserve or are not worthy of being totally open and connected in Source, which is truly where you need to be, because it is your birthright. And as you were born on this planet with the Christ Spirit within you, it is definitely time to remove any obscurities or blockages to opening up your heart chakra completely. I gave Marilyn some affirmations recently to help her do that and promote that in her life. It felt like a heart attack, but I told her it was not to call 911, and that in the morning she realized that more of her heart chakra had opened, and it was not necessarily the most comfortable experience, but the things that occurred beyond that date in her last week have brought her into a bliss and a joyous time of ecstasy and higher consciousness of seeing things differently through the eyes of love, and being able to participate in experiences that she could have never handled through unconditional love as she did the other night. It was an experience that was a bookmark for her records and her bookkeeping. She writes a journal to say that she had actually experienced being the person with unconditional love for her sister. And what a joyous experience it was for her to drive home after all the problems that in the past and know that she had overcome those difficulties, which you can do too, and which I tried to demonstrate in the Bible. That those things have been skewed somewhat, but the point of the Bible writings originally were to show that we can rise in spirit into that unconditional, unselfish love that is our birthright of the Christ Spirit. And that can happen every day. And as you open up your heart more and more to allowing that there's no darkness in any crevice or corner left, that you have become the light of God, it will be like a little child who goes into the candy store and the light is so bright, filling you and around you, and every dream and wish and desire, every thought you've ever had of what you would want in your life is right in front of you, and it's right there for you. So as you join the path of coming into this higher level of spiritual growth, we want you to applaud yourself for your hard work. Let yourself enjoy the new, higher consciousness that you're growing into. I have asked Marilyn to print off those affirmations so you too can benefit from giving yourself total permission to move into the total light of God. As you grow, gradually you will find little miracles happening in your day. Your life will start to feel a little brighter, a little happier, like things are going a little smoother. And that's because with the energy shift, you will not have the same resistance that was there in the past. I want you to know how loved you are, that you have worked very hard to accomplish this place where you are today. It is time to change your life from being that frantic pace and start to relax into the arms of God and let your life just manifest for you through inspiration. Most of you have been very motivated, very goal-oriented, many lessons to learn, many mountains to climb. And now is the time to leave that fear-based, ego-driven life and just relax and know if it comes from your heart, it's the right time, the right situation, and it will just fall into place for you. And that inspiration will lead you into wonderful new directions. Your life will smooth out into a peace of higher than your understanding of human peace, but into that peace that surpasses all understanding. You are moving into that peace on earth. The Lord's Prayer is coming into manifestation. God's will is coming to earth. And you are vital parts of that. Everyone in this room manifests love, is working on their growth of encouraging themselves to be even better, more open to spirit. The affirmations will even support that in your endeavors. And as you grow along the new path that is God consciousness, releasing all things that come up in your mind that say, oh, that's not the best thing for me to do this time, and change it so that it is always the most loving thing for you and the person around you. And just realize what a wonderful experience you brought yourself into this lifetime. You all have been on earth many, many lifetimes, and you wanted to not miss this special time of all these changes and this wonderful experience of moving into higher dimensions in physical body. We applaud you that you are courageous and brave enough to say, I want to be there and help out and participate in this once in a lifetime historical event that I've been preparing for many, many thousands of years. Congratulations on coming this far and ready to move on in the new higher energy of unconditional, unselfish love, that you can allow others to experience their growth and enjoy seeing them as they laugh and have fun and move on in their spiritual path. And you can be there to supply and applaud any support that they need in that. So welcome to a new heaven on earth. Welcome to a new higher consciousness. As we move into a total Christ consciousness, this is our chance to actually become the Christ which is within us. As we move more into higher dimensions, the fifth dimension is not the last. Most of you realize there's still more work to be done as you go closer and closer into the God source. But you have come such a long way. You need recognition, validation, and applause. And I want you to know that the choirs of angels are surrounding you right now, singing your praises and your glory, singing to the highest of the heavens how far you have come and how you have accomplished so much in changing the energy that needed to be changed. And in changing yourself, you have changed the world. Congratulations to this magnificent new beginning, where there will be health, prosperity for all, free energy, more and more equality, unity, cooperation. And people will be living in principles of honesty, integrity, sincerity, You won't have to think about, is this person a con man, or am I being fooled, or am I being overcharged? Because these older vibrations are going to be dissipating as you move into the truth and the love, which is real. So as you leave the third dimension behind, you will have such good feelings and you will be in joy. As that increases, just enjoy the joy and know what a wonderful job you have done. And there is still more work, but you are up to it and heading forward with a smile on your face. Sometimes the least gift that you can give a person doesn't have to be a huge financial situation, but just a smile will raise their spirits. Just a helping hand can help somebody accomplish what they need to accomplish, and you were there to help them with that. And those are just easy ways to help raise the consciousness of what's down the path. However, there will be other opportunities come along your way, and you will still have challenges. They just won't be as difficult as they have been in third dimension. Some of you have had great burdens, and Archangel Ariel is going to help you release that and move into this new space. So I would like to bid you adieu and wish you a very merry holiday. Enjoy the season as you are learning new truths. Things will be different next Christmas. So this is the last year to celebrate the old as the people know it today, and understand that next year there might be some differences of understanding what Christmas is about for not just the people in this room, but for more and more people as they're awakening. So I wish you well and joy forever in your eternal trip of spirit.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
Jesus is here to show us the way. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm Archangel Ariel,
Well,
and I just want you to know how pleased I am. I like to come in and give blessings. I love giving blessings to people. You are so blessed. Do you people realize how blessed you are? You have come through some difficult times, and you're here in this room happy, alive, and well, and fed, and clothed, and all in one piece. So welcome and enjoy your blessings.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want you to visualize at this time. We're going to play Let's Make a Deal. And there's 3 doors on the stage. And as you stand in front of the 3 doors, door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3, do you remember that show?
Yes. Watch it daily.
Well, we're going to play Let's Make a Deal. And on door number 1, we're going to open up door number 1, and we're going to see third dimension. And we're going to see the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, the criticisms and the judgments, the shoulds and the ought tos, and all that dark energy that goes with that. The fear, the guilt, the shame, the anger, and the resentment, and any other jealousies. Some of you call them the 7 deadly sins. And in that door, you are not going to pick that door because it can no longer exist. As you know, the energy has changed on the planet. So we're going to close that door. And you can release any emotional attachment that still connects you to anybody, anything, or situation from third dimension. And we'll give you a moment to say forgiveness and compassion, and to send love to any attachment that still might be there, so it can be closed and it does not have to affect or be part of your new behaviors, your new actions, your new thinking, and it will not restrict you any longer. And now it is time to look at door number 3. And we're going to open up door number 3. And what we see is worry. How many of you have been worrywarts? The future. What will the future bring? Will it be happy? Will I be well? Will I be healthy? Will I have the things I need? Will things work out? You know, the worries go on, and some people have very strong worries financially because of their circumstances from the third dimension has not given them the financial support they might be needing right now. Some of your worries have to do with, will you be living longer, or in your good health, or what's there to look forward to have joy. And so you see the worst part of the future, and you're worrying about your medical conditions. And we are going to give you time to release all your doubts and fears and worries of the future, because this is not realistic in the place that we have now moved into. So the future is going to be released, and we'll give you a few minutes to send any love or caring, compassion, or forgiving yourself for carrying these worries when in reality they were just part of the third dimension, which has now left us. So we are releasing it and leaving it behind with the rest of the third dimension. And I will give you a few moments to release any connections to worry, doubt, fears, or things of the future. So as we close that door, I think you figured out which door we're going to pick. We are picking door number 2, because that's the door of fifth dimension. That's the door of living in the now, in the presence of God, in the moment, where all things are bright and beautiful. All things are going well and in harmony and in balance. All things are growing through experience. We have left living in our heads, and we are living through our hearts. And we are all connecting in spirit, heart-to-heart connections with all those around us. And we see the love in their life and the love in our lives, and we come together in loving relationships. Because the dark, ego-driven trauma and drama cannot be sustained in the light. So those things will no longer apply. They will no longer be the focus, because there is nothing there to focus on except the beauty that lies ahead of you. As you see a blade of grass, you will see your soul. As you see an animal, a dog or a cat, that you're enjoying their company, and you will see your own reflection of their soul in your soul. As you see other people, you will see their soul, and they will be transparent without hiding. Any reason to hide has been left and resolved and released. There are no attachments to third dimension any longer. You are free to wander the universe any way you choose. And that actually will happen for you. As you move into higher dimensions, your world will expand and grow into ways, technological and financial ways that right now you cannot even imagine. Your world will be a whole new world, and the earth will be a new earth. And you will be in love and harmony with your neighbor and yourself. And the world will come into a new, bright awakening. And that's the wonderful door to pick, because that's already here. All you have to do is take my hand and walk through the door into your new direction of fifth dimension. And now that we're in fifth dimension, the past is left. It does not mean the memories will leave. It means you are not emotionally connected to those memories, especially if they were harmful. You are free of them. You've walked away from them. You can say, been there, done that. And now you are free of your karma, and you are free to be the Christ itself on a daily basis that you truly came to be. Congratulations, and we wish you a merry holiday for the end of this year as the new comes in and the old leaves. Recognize the new wonderful gifts that are coming daily, and the good orderly direction that is coming into your life will go smoothly, stress-free, and the bliss and ecstasy and the magnificence will be awesome. I bid you adieu.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you so
coming in,
much.
Ariel.
Really beautiful, inspiring, and blessing.
Well, everybody, I hope that you all had a happy time here today. And we're just thrilled to death that everybody was here and we could have this lovely little meeting, and want you all to know that you're loved. And from the other side, they're singing carols and praises and having a great joyous time that everybody's growing into the fifth dimension. So we'll see you next time, and have a great day and an evening and a wonderful new life. Toodaloo!
Toodaloo. Merry
We love
Christmas,
you, Martha.
Martha.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Oh,